Our biggest fear was, will we be brokered or sold to Al-Qaeda, to another bidder in the whole process?
A Portland man and his girlfriend held hostage by tribesmen in Yemen. They described the quick thinking and inexperience that led to their release. He is a stockbroker here in Portland. She lives and works in Dubai. They only get to see each other every few months.
K2's Adam Gassimi talked with the couple, and Adam, they expected their visit to Yemen would be a life-changing experience.
Well, they were right, just not in the way that they expected. Even after doing all the things tourists are supposed to do to stay safe visiting Yemen, the couple found themselves held against their will, unsure if they'd ever make it home.
Glenn Davis and his girlfriend Luda consider themselves experienced travelers, but they still hired a professional guide and driver to show them around Yemen.
And they worked up an itinerary for us that we thought was acceptable.
While stopping to take pictures in the mountains near the capital of Sana'a just 1 week ago, Davis says an SUV full of armed tribesmen hijacked them, all to get a fellow tribesman released from prison.
There was a lot of screaming. There was a lot of anger. I was afraid somebody was going to get hurt.
For hours, the couple and their guides rode deep into the countryside.
All they wanted to do, it was clear, is just get us off the main highway and deep into the hills of their tribal home.
Luda tried to use her cell phone to text for help, but ended up taking out the battery to make their captors think it didn't work.
They themselves were confused and very agitated because, my trick of disengaging the battery and just throwing back into the purse is rather simple, but it had the effect, the desired effect.
She later sent a text telling a friend at the U.S. consulate's office in Dubai where they were. Something vital as they spent the next day and a half in this room, held hostage 4 flights up the tower of this remote castle, watching tribesmen arrive below to decide their fate.
Even though they tried to reassure us that, they weren't going to hurt us, the unknown was clearly there, and there was, we were afraid.
To show they were not a threat, the couple says they made personal connections with villagers, many who had never seen Westerners before, all while people from the FBI, U.S. consulate, and Yemen government went to work, eventually convincing tribesmen to release the pair from a plan Davis says proves the tribesmen had no idea what they were doing.
So this is clearly an act where it wasn't really well thought out. They were going to capture some tourists, but they really weren't well thought out as to what they're going to do with this.
Now, Davis returned to Portland just yesterday. Tonight, both he and Luda, who also has family here in Portland, are making international headlines of being held hostage in Yemen and then released so quickly.
What a frightening experience with a very good outcome in this case.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Adam, thank you very much.